I lit a match in my room a moment ago because I thought, hey, I'm gonna light this box of matches that is on my desk and see what it happens, and then it was all smoky, and now it's smoky and I can barely speak because it's smoky. So at the time I launched a load of party poppers and it was smoky in here. Hi! Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're trying to do so many things at once that someone feels the need to pull you aside and say, hey, if you don't slow down, you're gonna burn out? I have, multiple times. My mum's told me this, my friends have told me this, hey, even people I barely know have pulled me aside just to tell me this. And how do I respond? YOLO. I tend to actually just laugh it off and tell people I'll be fine. Don't worry about me, I've done this a dozen times before. Just watch me go. I am a burnt out person laying in his bed staring at the ceiling. One minute you think you can do everything, there's no limit, and then before you know it, your mind just gives up. It's sick of screaming, slow down, and being ignored, so it does this one thing it can do. It shuts down your creativity. I'd say it's a pretty accurate representation of me over the past 2 weeks, which has been interesting as I've never really burnt out before. I went through the whole of university and I was fine, and suddenly out of the blue my mind decides to go, hey, want a break? And then just makes me feel like everything is a chore. Even like video games, the most meaningless task is really hard for me to do, and I just don't have the time in my mind to do it. I don't want to devote any effort to playing a video game, which should be pretty easy. So how do I find myself in that position? Quite simple. In between summer and city, work, doing social things, trying to make videos and all this stuff, my mind just sort of found itself struggling with time. And my time is often limited, and because I love doing everything I do, I find myself in a dilemma where I can't choose what to do next. I have this limited time and I'm like, do I do this? Do I work on this? Do I go out and do that? Or do I film this? And I can't choose, to the point where my mind just panics and shuts down. I don't do anything. I don't want to even play a video game. And you know, I was up to episode 4 of The Walking Dead. I was going on to episode 5. I don't know what happens in episode 5 of The Walking Dead because I didn't have the energy to play a game. What did I do? Just picked up Scrubs and watched Scrubs. But not season 9, because season 9 sucks. I guess the whole experience was a lesson for me. A lesson I probably should have learnt at university, but unfortunately didn't burn out back then. A lesson to slow down, step back, and just take things one bit at a time, to make a list and put down on that list the most important things and the least important things, and then work through them in that order and not rush to do them all at once. I made a list. Don't know where the list is now because I kind of just haven't looked at it since, but I made a list, which brings us on to the moral of this video, I guess, which is burning out's bad. You shouldn't do all those things because they make your mind go crazy and shut down, and it's good to take life slowly and do the things you love, but one bit at a time. And lesson number 2 is that I'm clearly a law to myself because I don't have my list anymore and have no respect for the fact I learned that you shouldn't burn out, and I'm clearly going to burn out again in a few months. Team Burnout. Tom Burns. Tom Burns burns out. Tom Burns burns. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're doing so much that you find yourself burning out? Or have you got a special system that makes you immune to this? Let me know in the comments below. We'll have a bit of a chat. Also throw a like on the video and subscribe because, you know, maintains my sanity. And I'll hopefully see you guys next week, which I think is actually Superman week. Wow, that's come around quick. Bye.